Hello, I'm Brian Nielsen, owner and horologist for Pocketful of Time. Today I'm going to talk to you about setting and winding an antique pocket watch. A lady walked into my boutique and said, "I can't set the time on my grandfather's pocket watch." She left it with me. She left the store, said she was going to be back in a couple hours, let her know how much it was going to cost. I looked it over, checked it out. I could set the time just fine. She comes back, I said, we're able to set the time just fine. It just needs a cleaning and an oiling. She goes, "No, when I pull up on the stem, I can't set the time." That's when it occurred to me. Granddad didn't pass down the knowledge of how to set some of these old watches. There's 3 ways to set the time and wind antique pocket watches. We're going to go through that today. Let's take a closer look. Here are 3 antique pocket watches. They're all the same but a little different. Here's why. All 3 of them have a different way of setting the time and winding. Let's look at the oldest first. This is a 150-year-old American Watch Company, or Waltham, key-wound pocket watch, hunter case. It looks like a regular pocket watch, but if you notice at the top, there's no crown, nothing to wind it with. That's because this is a key-wound pocket watch. You have a hole right here underneath the dust cover. If you look, there would be the winding stem right here. This watch takes a key. You put a key in the hole and you wind the watch. And the way to set the time is you open up the front and you open up the bezel, and here on the minute hand, right in the middle of the middle hand, you put the key on and you set the time. Now, you probably don't have a watch this old. What you're going to be dealing with most of the time is these 2 types of pocket watches. Here's a regular Elgin pocket watch. You wind it from the stem on the crown, and you pull up the crown, and you can set the time. That is your regular type of pocket watch. That's what most of our granddads had. This is a Hamilton Railroad Special pocket watch. This is certified for railroad use. Now this watch is a little different. It is what's called a lever set. Now, all railroad watches are lever set, but not all lever sets are railroad watches. Let's take a little closer look on how we set the time and wind an old lever set pocket watch. A lever set pocket watch is very simple, but it's also very secure. These watches were used to run the railroad, and they had to be secured. You can't set the time from the crown. You may be able to pull it up, but it does not change the position of the hands. The only way that a lever set watch that you can set the time is you have to unscrew the bezel, the front of the watch. And right here, right by the 1, sometimes the 1 or the 2 or in between, is a notch, and there's a lever in there. Now I recommend that you use something soft like a toothpick, so that way you don't scratch the enamel dial. But what you do at that point is you pull up the lever. We've pulled up the lever, and now you can set the time on the watch. Then you push the lever back down, and you screw the front of the watch back on. This was a safety measure to make sure that the time could not be changed at all in railroad pocket watches, because the government mandated that they had to be certified to within 3 to 5 seconds a day. And this is what kept the railroad on time. Well, I hope this helps you out in your collection of pocket watches, where you'll be able to enjoy Granddad's pocket watch, or a pocket watch that you acquire, whether from anywhere you buy it or maybe from us.